Science, technology, and innovation has well been woven into the fabric of human evolution, spanning through decades, centuries, and millennia. Humans have always found a way of making life easier for themselves and generations to come. Today, an easy lifestyle is synonymous to economic growth, peace and stability, rapid development, and for that matter, sustainability. In 2022, Africa's median rank for technological readiness and innovation was 116th and 99th, respectively. Hence the convenient division of the world into developing and developed countries. Africa, despite being the second largest and most populated continent, contains a majority of developing nations, with 454.5 million people between the ages of 15 to 34 years. The boundless potential of elevating the continent lies with the involvement of the youth in science, technology, and innovation endeavors.
Africans, we are brilliant. We are like we are not down the way we are being classified. What we are lacking are the resources. I'm pretty sure if you get such resources that the Westerners do have, those resources, I'm pretty sure we can compete with them. But so long as we don't have them, yes, we can say we are still behind. That will be the all time talk. We are still behind, We do have only those few resources that are boosting us. At least this one is trying.
Bandya, a software engineer and creator of UONcom, a web application that connects students to counseling services, mines their wellness through games, and fosters community through blogs, affirms that with adequate and relevant resources, Africa has the capability to compete with developed nations.
If you compare my UNCOM GPT and the outside one, there's still a gap. Not because of I feel like I don't know, it's because I don't know how to go about it, because there are no open resources that I can be, benchmarking from. Those ones that are there, they are hidden from us. So, but one thing about I've learned that Africans, when they truly got that opportunity, those resources, they can really do better. We can really do better. We can really compete. Yeah, that's what I can say. So, for now, I can just say that we are still down. Not because that we don't know, not because we don't like, it's because of we lack resources. But generally, we are smart as well. Very smart.
The discord in regard to resources in Africa ranges from financial investment, access to information, and quality education to supportive government policies. Education systems in the continent have continuously evolved since the early 2000s, however, not as fast as technology. There is a need to prioritize the quality of education as Africa's cornerstone toward development. Therefore, a need arises to adapt education to the current times to make it relevant and offer a unique opportunity for students to gain 21st century skills.
We use gamification. Why gamification? Because it is easier to engage. See, when you are putting someone on the spot, sometimes it becomes a bit difficult for someone to open up and freely engage with other people. But when you bring them to an environment of a game setup, it brings a safe environment to try out ideas, to test out things risk-free, to look at the different dimensions, to look at things in different perspectives. It brings a very interesting environment to learn. And even research has shown that gamification really enhances the learning experience. And what someone would ordinarily get, say a half or a quarter of it, they would end up getting more than 3/4 because their mind is engaged in a fun way.
In Kenya, the education system recently changed, introducing the competency-based curriculum, otherwise known as CBC. The dynamic of this curriculum has a primary focus on what the learner can actually do, leveraging their interests and developing valuable skill sets such as digital literacy, critical thinking, and problem solving that will prove beneficial in solving problems of modern-day Africa.
This is the first step that they can actually take in developing their country. If we have more people who are actually pushing science, then we can push for better vaccines, better medicine, a much more clean space. I feel that's important.
However, As much as foundational skills are the prerequisite to getting one's foot in the door and unlocking the potential to amass benefits from science, technology, and innovation, the quality of the skills are the determining factor.
The youth, however, in Africa, I'd say, are not exposed to as many opportunities to develop the quality of their ideas or the quality of their skills. This is because we do not have the greatest of research institutions that can actually develop these skills much further to the level that it's needed in the country. On the African continent, I believe there are very few research institutions that actually have the capacity to develop young people into real change makers. I feel this now leaves the responsibility on the person themselves to develop themselves however they see fit, and then try, fix themselves in a place where it can actually work. In Kenya, at least, we have the National Research Fund. We have a number of institutions that have actually, parastatals that are actually in place to help bridge that gap in terms of getting the young people with the skills to where they're needed to be to actually bring the solutions to life.
There is a need for community among youth in different parts of the continent within the innovation and technology sphere. Young innovators and tech enthusiasts thrive in environments where they can collaborate, share knowledge, and support each other's growth.
Young people, innovators come from the community. And in the long run, whatever innovation we come up with as young people or innovators or as even a body ends up affecting the community. So at the grassroots level, the person that feels the change the most, the person that would feel even the pain the most would be the community. If it's a problem you're trying to solve, the community is at the core of that problem. So then community plays a very, very major role when it comes to matters innovation, when it comes to matters youth engagement, because that is the core of everything. When we have a problem, the community feels it at most. When we have a solution, the community is the one that will be able to appreciate it the more.
These communities foster skills enhancement through peer-to-peer learning, mentorship, and exposure to diverse perspectives. By being part of a supportive network, young people can gain access to invaluable resources, industry insights, and opportunities that might otherwise be out of reach.
The normal advice young programmers is that ask yourself before you think of money, can I do it the way I'm imagining? Because if you think, okay, if I get a client, can I be able to deliver out of what he or she has expected? If you can answer no to yourself, then I don't think you have to think of money first. Yeah, but if you can answer yes, then I think you are free to go ahead and think of money. Yeah, and again, if it's about nothing of money, that means you still have some things to learn. You still have something. Maybe you're still behind. So now it's up to you now to learn, to look for mentors where possible, and venture where you can, where you feel like here I can be helped.
In essence, building and nurturing these communities is not just about fostering innovation, it's about empowering the next generation to learn, grow, and lead in an ever-evolving digital landscape.
Generally, I think as the African youth, we can only be able to access such institutions if you are part of it. Such as if I was not a student at the University of Nairobi, it would be very hard for me to look for an opportunity in the University of Nairobi. The same way, if I was in a certain ministry somewhere, I would only be exposed to those opportunities within that ministry. So I feel we need to do more in terms of getting opportunities to cut across the institutions. So if I'm in University of Nairobi, why would I not work on a solution for the Ministry of Public Works? Why can't I be exposed to the Ministry of Energy and look at what they're developing? How can I contribute to some of the things that they're working on?
The University of Nairobi has been instrumental in advancing the position of the youth in innovation through initiatives such as the Nairobi Innovation Week that allows students to interact with innovators and learn first-hand innovation principles, business development, and conceptualizing sustainable business ideas. The future is bright with young people like Bandya, Imbinda, and Grace Kamau having already identified the gaps and their responsibilities in paving the way to solving Africa's pressing challenges in their own capacities. The grand scheme being proper investment in education, fostering collaborative communities, and empowering young minds.